Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone enjoying the conference? Yeah, I see you have a lot of leftover box lunches. That's good. My name is Theresa Nartea, and I am an extension specialist with the Virginia Cooperative Extension. And I work here at Virginia State University, but I have a statewide appointment. So I work with all of the extension agents across our state who have questions on agribusiness and marketing. And so when a farm has questions, they can go straight to their county office. And then if there's something with that specific agent and he wants to call me in to train or help one-on-one, then that's what I'll do. But I do that in close conjunction with the county offices. So I encourage all of you to visit your county offices if possible and hope that we can work together through them. Okay, well, what I'm going to talk about this afternoon is what's new in consumer trends for small farm market growers. I know Dr. Ravi had said, Therese, will you please do a talk about berry marketing? But I know that you are all wise farms here, so you're diversified. It's not that you just grow berries, you grow a lot more. So I wanted to make sure that I had a holistic talk for you today, that you can take home some good ideas and integrate them into your marketing for 2012. So I hope my greatest hope is that you'll learn something and that'll be fun today. Okay. New trends, so what? Maybe some of you in this room are saying, I'm too busy to study consumer trends. What does that have to do with farming anyway? It actually has a lot to do with farming, because why should you as a farmer integrate the top trends in consumer marketing? Because you're building customer relationships. The new marketing of the future, and the future is now actually, is building customer relationships. It's no longer that you have to be concerned about a product and then the customer and dividing that. No more. It's a deep relationship that you form of trust and interaction with your customers. So I'm going to show you little hints on how to do that. The other reason why you need to be keep on top of trends is that you need to remain competitive as a small farmer. It's very hard. Look in this room. Not that all of the people here, they're your friends, because they're all small farms going through the same thing, but you need to remain competitive because there's a lot of competition. And as you can see in the picture, to try to get that customer walking past all those tents, you've got to do something different and unique. And then the other reason why that we need to integrate the top trends are that you always need to be profitable as a small farm. So how can you do that? You stay on top of trends. Okay, so let's chat today about the big four. The big four trends that we're going to talk about are superfoods, playing with food, the value concept, the value menu concept, and QR codes. And with me, it's more of an interactive thing. So you see this really pretty table here while I slaved at it for you. But these are all presents that, if you're the first one to answer when I ask a question, then you'll be able to come up here and pick something off of this table. So get your thinking caps on and everything. I know it's in the afternoon, but I know you can do this. Okay, so the first consumer trend is disease prevention through healthy diets. And superfoods, that whole concept of superfoods. Superfoods are farm grown, number one. And the whole concept of this idea that the farm is like a drugstore or a pharmacy. So we're now in the business, the service business as farmers, of teaching customers to eat their vitamins. And so how can we do that? Or what is this concept about? I'll briefly go over it. What it's about is that your customers are thinking about how they can eat healthy, and you as farmers can provide education on that. They're concerned about aging, cancer, high blood pressure, heart attacks, diabetes. They're concerned about getting fat and looking their best and feeling happy. And foods and nutrition play a big role in someone's health and wellness. So you as farms can show that to your customers. this is how farmers do make a difference. If you look at that little comic there, this is where this whole idea came from. Nothing's new under the sun. So basically there was a comic, Bizarro comic, and it said, here's a farmer, and he's asking his customer to take one a day with tomato and cucumber for her medicine. So, that's not a new idea, that's an old idea. But somehow in society we've forgotten that. We're all too quick to take a supplement that's a pill in a bottle instead of just reaching out to the grocery store or the farmer's market to get the healthy produce and local produce. And then this other connection is this big deal that's being made about superfoods. But superfoods in terms of a prescription, superfoods prescription. So you can see, and berries are a big part of that. So you can integrate that whole concept as you are marketing your new berry crops as a superfood. Okay, so what is the definition of superfoods? It's basically quite simple. In the dictionary it says it's a food that is considered to be very good for your health, and they may even help some medical conditions. It's not some joke because, it's made it into the dictionary. Oh, bless you. It's made it into the dictionary. And then what's the consumer? Oh, bless you. Consumer perception of superfoods. I know, we need superfoods, vitamin C. Okay, over half of U.S. adults believe in the disease-preventative properties of natural foods, such as fruits, vegetables, and cereal grains. And then the consumer belief in nutraceutical foods category has increased significantly. So most of your customers, over half of them, are already primed to know that your berries or your produce is actually a superfood, and how can they buy more of it and be healthy. And then who is your superfoods consumer? I think it's always very important to, bless you, know the face of your consumer. That is that young adult, ages 18 to 24. That customer now, and I see some in this room that are quite young, they will grow up to be your customer of tomorrow too. And then organics purchasers, local and natural purchasers, food allergy sufferers, older adults that are over 40, and mothers of children 0 to 18 are the superfoods consumer. And guess what? Does that not sound like the people that come and visit your market stand? So you've got your target right there. They're there, and you have to, encourage them about what the idea of superfoods is. So how do you do that as a farm? You actually can sell by the concept of nutrition quite simply, and you can break all of these crops and their sisters into the nutrition groups. For instance, the blue chart here are all the berries, and I put them all here, and they're all sister companions. They have high antioxidant qualities. But you can actually put on your market signage that the blueberries are high in polyphenols, carotenoids, fiber, folate. A lot of pregnant women need folate. Vitamin C and vitamin E. Vitamin E is very good for skin. So a lot of people might be interested in that. And then you can go on. So this whole chart, Mark will put all this on the web so you can look at it there. But it's easy to just go ahead. You'll have probably some medical practitioners that come and see your stand, and they'll be like surprised that you have all this information here. But it's well published, and there's quite a bit of university information on all of the vegetables and what they're finding, how valuable they are to the human diet and condition. And then again, I broke it down even further. All the different vegetables here by colors, and all of this information can be found at the website superfoodsrx.com. So if you want to go and look at that later, you can. But it wasn't broken down this way. I had to summarize it this way because it was hard to read all of that. So you could just read this and it would be a summary for you. If you wanted to. And then, of course, the idea of selling by color. I had put this chart here if you had any chance to view it. It's kind of small, but you could actually you could print this chart and have it by your farm stand, and it actually shows the green, red, white, purple, blue, yellow, and orange products. What if you were to sort and show on your farm stand the colors and what your value was, because as we know, what's very interesting is that 83% of Americans are not meeting the requirement for white vegetables. Okay, we have our first question. Whoever raises their hand first and tells me what is a white fruit. You.
That's not things like white vegetable.
White fruit. What?
White fruit.
Pear. Pear. Good. Okay. You can come up here and get something. Anything you want up here is free for all. Okay. See how easy that is? So what we pick? We'll just we have 30 minutes and I talk fast. Okay, we're gonna make it. Okay, so there's cake pops that are made of dairy flavors, lemon, blueberry, and chocolate raspberry. There's edible fruit arrangement. Okay, she got that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, great. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so okay, keep you on your toes here. So what you can do if you're a farmer's market manager maybe, or if you're at a farm stand, or if you have a CSA and you happen to do newsletters to your customers, you can send them the link to take their color test. And in this, it's www.neutrallight.com/color, and you can find your customers can take this like 3-minute test and find out what colors are missing in their diet, and then it suggests the colors and the food groups that they need to have. And I thought I was kind of healthy. I thought I ate all my vegetables, but apparently I really only like red ones and purple ones. So I've really changed. I've tried, and I'm trying to get more of these white products and the green and all of this into my diet. So you'd be surprised if you took this test. In fact, if any of you do, you'd be interested in that information, and I bet you might amend your diet a little. Okay, and I know your customers, you're helping your customers if you ask them to take this same quiz, and then you can start using that as a marketing tool too, because you'll know what your customers are desiring. What if the majority of your customers are missing white products? Then you could be thinking of growing turnips and parsnips and potatoes, and all of these things could be on your stand, because you know that your customers are missing the white vegetables. So I hope you're getting this train of thinking on marketing and how they all flow together. All right. Then this next trend is playing with foods, because we had the one farmer pick the cake pops, the berry flavored cake pops. Parents, the consumer trend number 2 is that parents of small children enjoy having fun in the kitchen with fun food creations. So leading that trend are cake pops and edible arrangements. So this first one is the cake pops, and it was popularized by this lady named Bakerella, and she wrote a book about cake pops. And now, I don't know if any of you go to Starbucks here, but you can see the cake pops, and they're $1.50 each, and what mom's going to be able to afford that for their kid every day? But they can make these cake pops, and they can buy more of your berries and jam to make them by mixing them into ordinary bake mixes. So you can show them a picture of these cake pops and at your stand, and then say, well, you need to buy some more of this jam or these berries and make your own berry cake pops at home. So that's one thing, the trend of playing with foods. So if you can think of new and interesting ways to encourage people to buy your produce, moms of children to buy your produce to make fun little recipes with their children, then you've got a customer, a really loyal customer there. And the other one is playing with foods is this concept of edible bouquets. You can sell several kinds of berries by encouraging customers to make and take pictures of edible bouquets that they make. And then you can tell them that you'll post them on your Facebook, or you can have a contest, and so all of your customers will be buying your berries and competing with each other to have the pretty bouquets. Now, these bouquets aren't cheap. Chocolate dip berries are $25. Actually, there's only 6 of them there, and the rest is like a little cake. So it's very expensive, but they can make them at home for a few dollars. Just your berries would be the expense, and pretty much So all you have to do is kind of Google edible arrangements, and many different directions are on there that are kid friendly. So that's another thing. So that trend of playing with foods is important. And then here's the one where there's lots of presents to be given away. Offering a value menu. The consumer trend number 3 is that consumers recognize the value menu as economical. However, retailers increase sales by coming up with the value menu proposition. So I want to teach you a little bit about how to do that, because I've been talking about value menu, but I haven't just explained how to do it. So in front of you, there should be a handout, because we can't do it without it. The one that has the servings. Do you have it? Not the QR code, but there was one that had all the different servings. Good. The majority of you have them. And okay, yes. And then if you turn through it, it also has the National Retail Report of pricing for produce. Combined with these 2 tools can help you make a value menu. And I'm going to teach you that right now. All right. How do we make a value menu? First off, you look up in there whatever product you want, a serving size of a product or a pound. So because most farmers price their products in pounds, well, I go to a lot of farmers markets and farm stands, so I know that farmers, they go ahead and price everything by pound. But did you know that it's confusing to your customers for pound? What would really make a difference for them is that if you were to convert that to a value menu idea. So from the serving size, we know that 3 to 4 carrots, I just put 4 carrots equals a pound. And then if you go back further, and you don't have to do this because I'll have you do your own, 1 pound of carrots in the retail report, in the second column is the weighted average of the price nationally. This is a survey of 21,000 retail locations, grocery stores in the nation, so you get a good breadth of the idea of what people are spending nationally. So you can kind of use that for your marker there. So 1 pound of carrots from that report is 99 cents. So instead of saying 1 pound for $1, you could say 4 carrots for $1. Now let me take this home a little further. And I just, took this concept from McDonald's. Because people know McDonald's. I don't really, and I probably shouldn't say that name, but we all know that restaurant. And, many families enjoy it. Well, they had this idea of $1 each. So I used the retail report and the serving of the number of units per pound to come up with this, and you can make it really pretty. So basically, we're pretending that this is from Randolph Farm, and I have your pure food priced right. That's the slogan for this farm. So this is a value menu for our valued friends. So 2 apples is $1. 4 carrots is $1. 1 4-ounce cup of berries is $1. 2 carrots is $1. 1 bunch of beans is $1. And 1 ounce of ginger is $1. Then it's so easy for your customer to spend $10. And before you know it, and they'll be staying there a long time, and the longer they stay at your stand, the more they buy. That's just how it is. So take that concept and think about it. And actually, we're going to practice now. Now you pick something that you grow, and then we'll just have, whoever raises their hand first with their calculation and says it. But I want to tell you there's a very good prize here that's not food that will help with your marketing. You see, here's the chalkboard that I use, and this is the chalk ink, but in all the colors. So if someone's very industrious here and wants to have this idea, because guess what you do with this? Oh, I just hate myself. I just smeared your chalkboard. Well, look, it's not smeared, see? It looks like chalk. So somebody better get that, because, that's a good prize. Okay, are we ready to do our calculations? Okay, so, all right, I'm just going to let you go at it, and I'm just going to wait till someone raises their hand and speaks up about what value menu they've come up with. And if you're really smart, you can then, write down what everyone's answers were, and you just make your own value menu this year without thinking about it too much. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and why don't watch you create one product that you sell and make it into a value menu pricing. And then I'll just take the hands that come up. Are you ready? Go ahead. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Normally I sell figs in a pint container for $4.50. I sell 4 figs for $1.
Perfect. 4 figs for $1. Love it, love it. Well, come on up here and get something. Yeah. Anybody else? Oh, yes. I'm going to say you were already. No way. Okay, here's you. Okay, you.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
I'll do 3 sweet potatoes for $1.
Perfect. Come on up here. Okay. Yes, over there. 3 items for $1. Perfect. Come on up here. It's like, everybody else says, you know, it's like, come on up. Okay, yes, Patricia. Patricia, go ahead. Strawberries for $1. Perfect. Come on up here. Patricia. No, wait. Yes. Whatever you see up here, you can have. Yes. 6 eggs for $1. 6 eggs for $1. That's beautiful. Come on up here. Okay, we have to stop for a minute because now I'm trying to think that if I have stuff up here. Come on up here and let's go ahead and grab everyone here. Actually, this here is a kit with a cookie cutter made to make this and then the lots of things. So, you know, actually you can get this. Okay. Do you have what you need, Patricia? I do. So that's marketing. This is the main thing. Yeah. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, few things here. So, anyone? Okay, go ahead. 2 bananas for $1. Perfect. Come on up here. Okay. And then you in the back.
Northern Virginia, 3 blueberries for $1.
You want a pineapple? Yeah. Okay, come on. What's your value menu? Go ahead. What, you gotta tell me what your value menu is.
10 raspberries for $1.
10 raspberries. Now, come on.
I had a question. If it's products like the meat or wine, and say,
that's a good point. You would use the pricing report for the meat, and then you would say if a pound of the meat was $6. Then you would probably do something like you would hike it up a little to make it even, and it would be like maybe for $20 you would have 3 packages, and 3 packages that were similar size, but maybe they can pick and choose. So you'd still incorporate that idea of they're getting a deal, but in reality, as you look, they're not. They're not. But you see, this is how retailers stay in business, this whole concept. Okay, Patricia, did you have a question?
Well, no, I was actually going to, one thing that we do is we have like small quantities of things, sometimes combine them, like make a stew kit or a salsa kit.
That's very good, Patricia.
Something like that.
Yeah. All the ideas you can think of, you can use in this way. You just have to be creative. But I hope you enjoyed that whole thing about the value menu. The other thing that I want to talk about is putting it together, all these concepts with your market signs. In this price sign, we see serving size is noted. And why did I do that? Because serving size prompts more sales. And the reason is that moms are planning their menu for the week when they're shopping. They may only buy a pound and not know and waste it, or they might buy 5 pounds. But if you told them the serving size and they have a family of 4, then they'll know that the serving size is 1 peach. I better buy, like, I don't know, 10 peaches this week for my family instead of just buying, 4 or 1 pound. So that's really important to put that there. The other one is that value menu concept is there. It's 4 for $3 in this instance because they are really special peaches. The other one is the superfoods nutrition is there. We have that a peach, 1 serving of a peach is 15% of your daily allowance for vitamin C. So 15. How many peaches would they have to eat to get 100% of their vitamin C? That's a question because we're all here. And a pineapple. Anybody? Does anyone want to answer that? How many peaches do you have to eat to get 100% of your vitamin C? 6. Okay, that heard you first. So you can have. You know what? Here. Have some blueberries. By the way, I wanted to mention about the blueberries. None of them are in the market right now. They're all from like Florida and Texas.
Chile.
Yeah. Yes. And so if you were a wise farmer, which you all are, you would consider this window of opportunity. So okay, good. All right. And then, of course, the QR code is there. And this QR code, which this is the bulk of my presentation, because so many farms are like trying to incorporate it. And here's Planet Earth Diversified. They're always ahead of the game. They already have some. So, steal my thunder, okay, Mike? But basically, the QR code, if you were to scan that, it would take you to a web page with a video. And it will show you how to prepare the peaches. Now, and you can do a QR code for so many things, and I'll discuss that now. So for us. So consumer trend number 4. See, we're getting close to the end here. I'm talking fast. Is growing usage of QR codes in high-end consumer retail marketing. Why do I mention this to you? Because you are farms, but you are market farms. And market farms are in that category of high-end consumer retail. Whether you believe that or not, you are, because your demographic is a socially conscious buyer, and they do have some disposable income. So if you incorporate QR codes that are up and coming, you'll have people linger at your stands more, and they'll be interested in what you can teach them. So we're going to go through this, and I think this is the most important thing if you get out of this today is the value menu and the QR codes, how to do it and how easy it is. So this is how farmers can profit from QR codes. And you see, I was considerate, and I did make these slides for you because there's some things that you'll have to go through on your computer, so at least you have that with you. QR codes, they really make sense. They've been introduced in the prestige consumer U.S. markets, and they're found on electronics. Say you go into your high-end electronics store, it has a blue sign, and you go there and you look for a big screen TV. You're going to find a QR code by the price, and you can scan that with your smartphone and find out, all you want to know, all the specs on that product. Specialty foods and organics. I don't know if you've looked at the back of a milk carton lately for Horizon Organics. On there is a QR code, and you can scan that and find and get coupons or deals from them. And then socially conscious branding, a lot of high-end labels, and I just, ones that you go and you find them at a high-end department store of clothing. They will have QR codes on their clothes now, on the hang tag of their clothes. And so our learning objectives here are that I'm going to define QR codes, I'm going to discuss the mobile market, and we're going to actually create a QR code. I'm going to demo that whole idea for you, and then I'm just going to walk through the stand and have you take time to look at it real quickly. And I really need a timer because I don't want to go over my time. I really want to be considerate of your time. I'm going to share this life-size QR example, which is the stand and how you can apply it in real life. Okay, let's just define the QR code. I want you to look at that picture real quick, though. Hold on. Oh no, we already passed it. Look at this. This is a very expensive retailer that is using the QR code to describe cheeses. So it's here, and you have that local brand right there. I just thought that was really interesting. What is a QR code? Simply put, it's a quick response code. It's a two-dimensional matrix barcode, and it's used to identify products. So if you scan this Google Maps put here a QR code, and it was outside a store, and it had we're a favorite place on Google, so the customer scans it and can find out where exactly this place is. You could do this for your farmers market, or farm stand at your work. I mean, yeah, your farm is your work. So their applications are interesting. What happens is that consumers will download this QR reader. How many in this room actually have a QR reader on their smartphone already? Okay, well, we have a few, but how many have a smartphone in this room? It's like, okay, wow. Well, we're getting there. The important thing about coming to conferences and learning new things, right? Okay. So all you do if you're a consumer is download the QR reader. You can get one for your Android, your Droid, your iPhone. Okay? And what happens is that consumers will then scan the product. And you see, like, people even put this QR code on cookies. So this is person scanning the cookie to find out more information about the cookie, that it's made of real butter. So basically, that's all the idea is. And I'm going to discuss with you the mobile market. And here it's being used in Asia in products, and a lady's just trying to find out more about some soda. It takes her longer to get this QR code and read the information for this bottle of juice than it takes her to grab that juice and go to go and drink it, So it's very interesting again, but people find this very important in their lives. So what is the size of the mobile market? Of the world's 4 billion existing mobile phones in use, 1.8 billion are smartphones, and over 3.5 billion are smart message enabled. Okay, this is what's important. By 2014, mobile internet usage will take over desktop internet usage. So what this means is that people will no longer be using their computers at home to find information out. They'll be using their mobile phones. So if we, as farms, are aware of this, then we can, get on board about having information in a way that your customers will receive through their mobile phones. How has mobile usability changed? Because of the increasing use of mobiles and their versatility, 1/2 of all local searches, so if they're looking for your business, they're going to look on their smartphone. So we do need to get on board. So mobile tags are found on high-end goods as well. And then 86% of mobile internet users are using their devices while watching TV. Mobile phones have taken over people's lives. And 29% of mobile users are scanning the QR codes for coupons. So that's a good idea if you wanted to offer a coupon or a special, that you could make a QR code for coupons for your farm products. And then how much do people really use their mobile phones? On average, people spend 2.7 hours a day socializing on their mobile device, and that's actually more than they spend on than eating, and 1/3 of the time they spend sleeping every day. So people really love their mobile phones, and 91% of mobile internet access is to socialize, as compared to people getting on there to do Facebook and Twitter on their desktop. And what are people doing on their mobile phones? What are they doing? Well, the majority of people are just playing games. They just love to play games, and they look for the weather, and they search a lot. They try to find places. Yeah, they do maps and search. So it's very important to consider that if it's hard to find your farm, maybe you should have a QR code with a map that's on your business cards and on your brochures. Okay. And then 200 million YouTube views actually happen on mobile devices every day. What does this mean? What if you were a farmer and you had a video on YouTube and you wanted to connect that and you wanted to show them what it took to grow your strawberries, and you could take them to the farm and show you're harvesting, like maybe 5 minutes or something, and that would just thrill your customers because they love to watch videos on their mobile phones. And then this is what's actually most important, because this demographic happens to be your primary customers. Women aged 35 to 54 are the most active group in mobile socialization. So if you have QR codes, they'll be very thrilled. So let's just go through really quick how to create a QR code. And here's some produce with the QR code there. Okay, what I did was I wanted to just make a QR code for one of the products that I had here, these fake products. And I went to a website. So first you find a website you want to link to, because this example is to link a website for more information. However, you can think of all kinds of ones, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So I just found Fruits and Veggies Matters More, a USDA website that's actually very good. And they all are good, but this one has videos and nutrition information and a lot of wonderful information in a concise manner for your use in your farm stand. So all you do is copy the website address. And again, you don't have to write notes because it's all right here in your little handout. So don't stress about it. Then what you do is you go on the file menu and you click edit. And then you copy, you highlight and copy that URL code or the total address there. So you copy that. And then you go to this website, which is also on your notes, www.interactivestudios.net, barcode, create code. And this application will go ahead and you can use it to make your QR codes. So I just selected URL, but if you notice there is the smart messaging. You can make a QR code for text. Text might be something like if you're making a coupon. Then Facebook, you can take it to a direct link to your Facebook. You can pick contact if you want them to just have your contact information, maybe the hours when you work. You can make a QR for map. You can email them. You can just dial them on the phone and call them. You can link and make a QR code for the YouTube video, which I think, based on the demographic that most people use their smartphones to watch videos, that might be the application you consider. So, but websites is good for now. And then, of course, you can take them to your shopping cart. And if you want to do e-commerce, you can have them go directly to eBay to buy your products online. Some of you have CSAs online, and you let people buy through your eBay account and such. So, see, it's very, very, has good usages for you. And then what you do, you delete the URL that was there. Make sure you delete HTTP, because that was where I made a mistake. And then you make the URL line blank. And then you're in the application, so you can't do copy and paste anymore. So you actually have to put your cursor in the URL bar and then hit Control-V at the same time. That'll paste it right into the URL so it's perfect. And then you'll pick the size of your QR code, and it depends on your sign size. I picked medium, and the medium shows up, and you can't see it from where you sit, but it's that green one right there at the corner, and some of you can't see it, but it's a peach one. So it'll fit on a medium-sized price card. But if you wanted a large one, then that would go on like a 8.5 by 11 sheet, like the Google poster one. Okay. And then we have to pick the color of our QR code. There's all these different colors to pick. You could actually color coordinate your stand with the QR code colors. Wouldn't that be neat? Okay, I thought it would, but okay. I didn't get too many excitement there. And then all you do is click Create Code, and you can do this 1,000 times free before you have to register. But then I figured out that you could do 1,000 times at your workplace at lunchtime to make some, because that's a separate address. And then I said lunchtime, and then you could do some at home. So you have 2,000 free ones there, and maybe your friend will let you use their computer to get 1,000. And if you don't want to register, because I know some people don't like to register on these things and get on mailing lists or whatever, but this is a free service. That's why it's really, really nice. And then we did it. See how easy it was to make the QR code? And there you have it. And each one you make will be specifically unique for your products. And then all you have to do is now you have to save it. You save it, I suggest you save it as an image. So you pull down that menu and pick image. And then you click on the first floppy sign, this symbol, and that will save your QR code to your computer. And then you open your QR code so you can test it and then save it for later. And hopefully by this time you have a friend who has a smartphone and has a QR reader, and they can just test it to make sure, because the last thing you want to do is have one that's not going to the right place and that maybe you made a mistake or something. But actually it won't make the QR code if the logic doesn't test. But I just like to check it anyway. Okay, so then you open your QR code so you can test it and save it, and then you check it. Is it okay? Then you select Make a Copy. So you just go File, Make a Copy, and then you save it in a file folder, because I like to have things organized, because you will end up making a lot of QR codes and you don't want them littering your whole computer desktop, right? So you make a folder that says QR codes and just save them by what the subject is. And then now you can use this QR code that you made to make these little signs, nutrition signs. So I just actually insert the QR code into the farmer's market price signage by just clicking on the insert menu and then clicking picture. Oh, sorry. Picture, and then you click insert picture from file. And then it'll show up on your code. There, it shows up. Now the QR code's on your sign. Now what you want to do, because you can't move it without messing up the other part of the sign, so you select the QR code, you just click on the QR code, the green thing, and click on Wrap Text up on the menu, and then choose In Front of Text. And now you can move the QR code anywhere you want on your sign. And then there you have it. I just typed in the rest of the stuff that I wanted on there. And you can make a lot of really unique signs. And then here's the life-size example. And I mean, I don't know if you had a chance to look at this during the breaks or anything. Did anyone have a chance? Okay, well, if anybody has a QR code, QR reader, does anyone have one that they want to just show? Because there is some granola left. No, everyone's tired. Okay, well that's all right. I mean, I understand. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's just your phone. Is it on screen already? All right. Well, I'll just pick one. Just pick the. It's quick. Get it.
Further away.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Is it automatic scan?
Yeah, you'll get blue dots.
Okay, it's blue dotting, but my hand's shaking. You're really making me work here, people. Okay, it's just showing blue, but it's not really reading it. Oh, okay, it did. Okay, it took me to theworldshealthiestfoods.com, and then it tells me, and then we'll have to go to it, but it'll tell you all the information, nutrition information for the strawberries. So, oh yeah. What is this? This is a Verizon seat. And so this person could then find all this information about, let's see, what's new and beneficial about strawberries. And see. And then there's even more about recipes and, you know, the university research on the health properties of strawberries. Thank you so much. And so I just incorporated the QR code on every product here, but I could see that if you had a special going on, a coupon that you wanted to have, you know, if they scanned it, you said that there's coupons in this mix. And then if you scanned it, then it's saying that you could buy 12 carrots for $2 if you scan it. So, you know, you can be creative, you know, it's late. Okay, and it's just all over here, different QR codes there. This application here is actually a farmer's market business card where they have that, you scan that, and it's a map it's a map to take you to the farmer's market. All right, now I summarize. QR codes are a marketing tool. Mobile consumers are increasing. QR codes are simple to create. I know that I went through it fast, but it's even faster if you tried it. You know, if you have Microsoft Word or whatever Word application you have, and you just go on the internet, you can make these and you can be really creative at least 1,000 times. And then QR codes add value to your products because you are educating your customer. You're building a relationship here where you're putting coupons there, videos on where the food comes from, information they want to know, nutrition, recipes. It's endless what you can do. You can even have them pay for their CSA subscription in advance. It could just take you right to your eBay account. So I want to say thank you, and I don't know, have I kept within my time limit?
You're fine.
I did! Yay.